Before my first pregnancy, I imagined my pregnancy is going to be this blissful 9 months where I'm going to enjoy myself and will be pampered and have all those cravings and eat lots of ice cream and wear all these beautiful dresses and show off my belly. No idea why I imagined it that way. In reality, it was the complete opposite of what I expected. So the first 3 weeks of my pregnancy, I had no idea, of course, that I was pregnant. I missed my period, did the pregnancy test, it was all confirmed. And so I guess I had this 2-3 weeks of blissful time when I felt excited and special. But then around week 6, the nausea started. The nausea is not the kind of nausea that you get when you have eaten something bad or when you have food poisoning and, it just kind of makes you either throw up or goes away by itself. But this nausea is just something constant. It just stays there with you. And I remember it was very strong. And the only time when I did not feel it was when I was unconscious, when I was asleep. And the moment when I opened my eyes, it would be there. And it was so strong that I couldn't do anything physical. It basically consumed me and I couldn't go out for a walk. I couldn't cook or just do anything really. Anything that involved physical movement made it stronger. And I just was in bed the whole time. 2nd month, 3rd and 4th months, I was in bed. I couldn't go out or just basically do anything. I felt like I didn't really exist, if you know what I mean. It's just like it was so strong that I could not focus on anything else. So morning sickness and nausea are 2 different things, obviously. Morning sickness is mainly when you throw up, and nausea is something that stays with you but doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to vomit. I was lucky in a way because I didn't really throw up that much during my pregnancy, but my first guest on Pregnancy and Birth Diaries, Saida, said that she threw up 10 times a day. Can you imagine 10 times a day? That's a lot. And if you haven't seen that interview, I'll put the link to it in the description box. But I had this real fear of throwing up. I was really scared of it. I remember I would feel it building up and I would just sit up and clench my fists and would say no, no, no. And then I would run to the bathroom because, let me tell you something, pregnancy vomit force is not something that you can stop. So what helped me personally with morning sickness were crackers, biscuits, anything that is dry. I would eat them in the morning as soon as I wake up. I would have them ready on my nightstand and just eat some as soon as I wake up before even getting out of bed. That is because there is this buildup of bile in our stomach that makes us to have morning sickness, and if we eat dry food, it absorbs it and it moves along the digestive tract. But it might not help all the time. There were days that nothing helped, but there were days that it definitely did help. I also would recommend to try different types of snacks because if you're experiencing nausea, there's a big chance that you might not like the taste of certain types of food. So I would try different ones and then see which one you like and then have them ready on your nightstand. So another thing that people say helps is ginger. Now, I tried ginger cookies, ginger tea, just to eat a little bit of ginger. It didn't really help. I know that some people say ginger supplements do help, but I didn't try that. Maybe I should have, but I don't know why. I just the thought of ginger didn't really sit with me well. I didn't like the taste or smell of it. If anything, it made it worse. But it definitely worth a try. Everyone is different. It might work for you. What I really liked was lemon. Like, it didn't really help with morning sickness or that nausea, but it really helped me to stay hydrated because I couldn't really drink water without lemon. Lemon kind of tricked my system to drink without having to, throw up. And also, I heard that there are some drugs, but I don't know how safe they are. So before taking any medicine, you might want to talk to your doctor and see if it's going to help in your case at all and whether it's safe. But I'm sure they're safe relatively, but just do your research and see if this is something that you need and whether it's available where you are. Now, when it comes to nausea, I personally know that there's nothing that can help to take away that feeling. And if I were pregnant again, I wouldn't even bother, to be honest. And if you're like me, all I can advise is just to wait and hope that it ends soon. In my case, I had it for 3 months, so second, third, and fourth months, and around the beginning of the 5th month, it started getting better, and by the end of the 5th month, it was completely gone, but I was already able to eat and drink like a normal person. So what really helped me to live through those awful months was just to know that it's gonna be over soon. I had this calendar where I would cross out days, and that would help me to visually see that I am moving forward, that there is light at the end of the tunnel. Because when you feel that sick, it just feels like the time has slowed down and that it's gonna be forever. So focusing on that part of my pregnancy where I'd be feeling better again, where I would be doing all these amazing things, really helped me to keep this positive mindset and something to look forward to. Another thing that really helped me during that period was to watch something. So I could watch films or TV shows, but just make sure that they're entertaining and interesting enough to take your mind off the nausea. I also read a lot during that time. Again, the storyline has to be super engaging, otherwise you will not be able to focus on the story, especially if you have strong nausea. And finally, try not to do anything that is overwhelming or stressful, because anytime when you do something that tires you emotionally or physically, that feeling of nausea is gonna get worse. So try to have rest as much as possible, and I hope that this period is gonna end for you before you know it and you're gonna enjoy the rest of your pregnancy.